Alright, so I got some used lithium batteries here out of old laptops, and I tested the voltage on them, and I think they're all good, but they're all pretty low. But this guy here I've been charging for a little while, and trying to get it up to its sort of maximum capacity. These are lithium ions, so they should be getting about 4.1, 4.2, might be pushing it a little bit on the lithium ions, but I have one that's been charging here for a while connected to my bench power supply. It's about 0.8 amps right now, about 4 volts, but I've been having to play with it to get this battery up to where I need it to be. So let's take a look here and see what the reading is. So I'm getting 4.13 volts with the power supply connected. So I'm gonna take that off. So let's kill that. Turn the bench power supply off. So now let's read it off the power supply, and we have 4.05 volts. So not too bad, and it looks like it's holding pretty well. So now what I'm going to do is it should be optimally about up to 4.1, but that's okay. So let's take that now, and I'm going to connect it to my B6 for the balancer here, and I'm going to charge up the bench power supply. To somewhere around, I don't know, 12 or 13 volts. Let's go 14 volts. And just connect that. That should turn on the balancer. Oops. Got a little shock there because these things keep coming off. Anyways, that should be okay, as long as I don't let them touch. LiPo. Discharge. Let's discharge it at let's discharge it at 1 amp. Let's connect the battery. Let's put that up there. And let's... I'm in the wrong menu, hold on a second. Discharge. At 0.5 amp. Discharge it down to 3 volts. I'm getting some weird readings with this thing. Checking the battery. And see, already you can see the voltage is reading at 3.5, but that's not correct. So let me grab my multimeter here. Let's go to volts DC. And you should be able to see that this battery is still at 3.97 volts. So I don't know if this B6 thing here is accurate. So that's one of the problems I've been having, and same thing with charging. It'll say that it's already, let's say it's at 3.9 volts, and then I'll do a multimeter test and it's at 3.6 volts. So that's a huge discrepancy there, and I've already calibrated this thing to make sure that the input voltage it's reading is the same as my multimeter, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a friggin' lemon. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm gonna let this run and see. It's going down to 3.47, but we're nowhere near that. If I take the multimeter here and connect it up, we're still at 3.96 volts, so that's way off, and it's kind of annoying. So let's see what the milliamp hours gets up to. I can always double check it, so I'm wondering if this gets down to 3.0 volts, if it's going to stop the discharge, or if it's going to go beyond that because the reading is just not right. I'm not sure, but I'll take a reading when it's done. Okay.